Today we're going to be breaking down a 33 kill game that I had, really focusing on some tips that will allow you to finally drop a 30 kill game. Now, I honestly believe that anyone can drop a 20 kill game, but a 30 kill game is a different beast. There's a few things that we have to do in order to pull it off, and I will say the first thing is that we do need a good lobby. We need a lobby that isn't the best and is a little bit bodier, but we also have to capitalize on it. We've got to take advantage of it. We've got to find a way to put ourselves in 30 different engagements and find a way to win those 30 engagements. Now, when it comes to early game here, you don't necessarily need to get loadout. Loadout's very beneficial, but we're going to just start off here by picking up a few kills at bunker. You basically need one of two things. You need to get off to a hot start, or you need to get a loadout very quickly. You need to get loadout down, get your perks, and then start pushing from there. A lot of dropping a 30 kill game, which is something that we're going to pay attention to throughout this one, is constantly being in the action, making quick decisions about rotating, putting ourselves in a situation where we're, potentially fighting two different teams at once. Maybe we're just fighting one team and we're farming them, keeping them alive, getting a ton of kills from that one team, which we will absolutely see here. Now, right here, we're just rotating over. We're trying to pinch this team down below. There is kill number 3. Notice that there is one backside on my level here. So I'm just going to go check this real quick just to make sure that we're not getting pinched from this backside as we go ahead and we start to push towards bunker, where we're trying to get enough cash to get loadout. So right here, 3 kills, still 15 other teams alive. That's the other thing, guys. You kind of have to have a lobby that stays alive. You could be on a really good pace, and unfortunately, there's just another team that's killing a bunch of the teams in the lobby, and it's just not healthy enough for you to drop a 30 kill game. That is definitely part of it. I've had a lot of 20 kill games where I'm on 30 pace, and I'm pacing really well. I just can't quite get there because the lobby's not alive enough. Now, real quick, by the way, when we talk about pacing, I'm looking for 8 to 10 in the first circle, and then really looking to get to about 20 to 22 by that end game part, by the time respawn really disables. Now, right there, I just kind of drop cash that TCAP can take care of loadout. I'm going to go ahead and keep fighting here. Real quick, by the way, as we are starting to fight this team in bunker, if you are looking to get better at Ashika Island, make sure you are subscribed down below. My whole goal, I'm almost a 5 KD player at this point. My whole goal is just to help you improve. So if you are looking to get better, make sure you are subscribed. Now, right here, guys, notice there are 2 dots right here. So watch how I play this. I know I need to be in the action here. There's one up top, but we are a little bit patient. There's a down. Obviously, TCAP gets absolutely smoked right there by a rocket launcher or an RPG, or, maybe it was a grenade launcher. I don't know what it was, but I got to be a little bit careful here. We're at 3 kills, 12 other teams still alive, but we are in the action right now. We are absolutely in the action. We're going to drop down below here to see if he pushes in the stairwell. Our teammate's going to actually go ahead and get the wipe. Now, we don't keep that team alive, but we are able to go ahead and get our loadout, and now we start pushing. Now, where do we push to? The only information that we have is these guys over here. Watch how quick this decision is to go ahead and push over this way. This is one of the biggest things. The other big thing that I'll say is it does require execution. Your margin for error on Ashika Island is very small when it comes to getting out of certain situations. Right there, right? I'm able to get that clean kill. Now we notice that one is actually down below. So I'm going to quick reload. He was shooting at somebody. So now I go ahead and push in. Watch what happens right here. This clean kill allows me to immediately challenge this enemy that's on my level. You can actually see me just push around. I anticipate perfectly, but this is where we talk about this pacing, this immediate decision to push over. We're able to execute. We're at 7 kills. We have 10 other teams alive. So the margin for error on Ashika Island is very small. The margin for error when we talk about dropping a 30 bomb is very small. Anytime that you make a mistake, you give that team a chance to kill you, or you take too much damage. That either crushes your pace because that team teams up, or maybe you die and you can't regain. One right on my level right here, so we're just going to go ahead. Guys, as I said, I'm not hiding. This was a really good lobby for us. We're at 9 kills. What's the immediate decision right here? The immediate decision after this kill, watch what I do. This is not even a hesitation. I realize that nobody's around me. We're going to quick reload. We got 10 other teams. I know that I'm on a good game already. Like I said, guys, 8 to 10 in the first circle. We start to go, okay, I'm on 30 pace here, but we got to keep that. We got to keep that momentum. We got to get right back into the action. Not 100% sure where to go. We're just going to immediately chase this guy right here. I see him flying in. I don't know if it's 1. I don't know if it's 2. I don't know if it's 3. We're in trios, by the way. We talk about 30 bombs, guys. 3 game modes you can drop 30 bombs in. You're not really going to be able to do it in duos. Look at the immediate decision right here. Not even a hesitation, right? I'm not looting. I'm not second guessing myself here. I am looking at the minimap. I'm going, there's nobody else around me. I'm immediately pushing out of here. Solos, really good game mode to drop 30 if you can keep the lobby, if the lobby stays healthy, and you don't get people that are just full sending and just getting it wiped and having to go re-queue in. Quads is good for it, although you got to deal with a little bit more stacking. I love trios. Duos isn't the best game mode for it because too many people get wiped. I've never dropped a 30 in trios. I've dropped a 30, or in duos. Sorry, I've never dropped a 30 in duos. I have dropped a 30 in quads, trios, and solos. Now, right here, watch again the quick decision here. We noticed that we got people in here. We got 10 kills, 9 other teams, so we're immediately pushing. 3 biggest takeaways for today, guys, when it comes to a 30 bomb. There's that guy right there. We immediately drop down. We don't worry about that thirst. We worry about enemy number 2. Now we can immediately thirst both of these, and we just keep moving. Now, what do you notice right here? The 3 biggest things, guys, are going to be in the action, execution, and your pacing. Right here, there are 3 dots. Generally speaking, I tell you guys to take your one-on-one fights, right? I tell you to go push this guy to solo. But when we talk about dropping a 30 bomb, guys, this is the most important thing right here. That side of the map is hot right now. So I'm not just going to go push the one guy. Notice I kind of look right here. Like, this is kind of what I'm looking at. There's a nice little cluster there. We've got bounty over this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to work over. Now, as I push forward here, I end up grabbing the heli. And watch what ends up happening. When we talk about keeping the lobby healthy, this is one thing that you guys can start to do, especially if you're chasing that 30 bomb a little bit more and you notice there's a team that's not as good. There's our first kill. What do we notice? We got 2 guys, or actually 2 different teams over here to the left side. We're able to fry this guy. Now, what do I mean by execution? Right there. You got to be able to get that down. If you don't get that down, opens up a window of opportunity for that enemy team to stack together. You may or may not be able to get momentum going again. Now, notice one flying in over to my left side here. So we're going to go ahead. Good nade by that guy. We're just going to go ahead and shoot this guy. Got to be a little bit careful because I'm low plates. You know, I don't know what they're trying to do, but this is immediately where we push back in. Look at the pacing. I'm already here. These are just the little things, guys. When we talk about, you know, throughout a full game, which is 15 minutes, if you waste, you know, 5 seconds 10 different times, you just wasted almost a full minute. So, like, notice right here, I'm immediately back in the action. I'm able to challenge. That guy gets smoked, right? I want you to remember that execution-wise. Look at the headshot that I mix in here with the hemlock. That allows me to, I'm going to quick reload here. I'm actually going to challenge enemy number 2 because he looks oblivious. And now we're going to go ahead and push in. Now, as I push in here, watch what happens with this enemy right here. I want you to watch this crate right about now as I'm jumping off. You see this guy's head? You see him move? So as I jump down here, I know that he is revived. He's self-revived. There's one. But now this second guy here, he flew back in. So he does not have self-revive. Easy kill right there. Now what do? We're going to leave the last guy alive. This is a big thing, is learning how to farm teams. You got to keep the lobby healthy. We're going to see how long we can keep 8 other teams alive here, right? 8 enemy teams. By the way, I will say right now is where I noticed that I'm on 30 pace. You know, 9 to 10 in the first circle I did, but this is where we really start to push it because I got 16 kills here, and we still got a lot of time to respawn. We still have a lot of time to respawn. So we're going to go ahead. Why do I push up here? I push up here because of somebody parachuted. I saw somebody's parachute here. He was flying back in somewhere. I don't know where I saw him, but I saw him flying back in. So as we're pushing up here, we're going to go ahead and work our way over this way. I don't know when it was. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Actually, I ended up pushing over here. This wasn't when I thought it was. Okay, so let's go ahead and push up this way. I hear one over to my right side. Yeah, now we're able to get this kill. Look, I'm just going to keep fighting this team. There's the thirst. There's 2 flying in, right? So I got one above flying in right there. He's straight ahead of me. Oh my gosh, Sophis with the freaking 20 gifted. Let's go. Right here, we're just going to get that down. Now, we're going to go challenge this, guys. We're going to go get this thirst because I know that he's down. There's one other team alive here. Man, Sophis dropping another 20 gifted. Last one on my level. Watch what I do right here. Sophis, thank you so much for the 40 gifted subs. Holy smokes. Guys, watch what I do right here. This little bit of patience, right? So I'm flying over here. We're able to get this thirst. Watch how I let this guy live just for a little bit. I'm just going to let him be, right? I can challenge immediately. As I'm pushing over here, Now I kind of determine that I have to challenge him, but what happens, right? So because I left him alive just long enough, is able to get his teammate back. We don't wipe that team. Still 8 other teams alive here, right? So going back to what I said earlier, there's still 8 teams. There's the guy flying in. There's the guy flying in right there. Immediately going to push over, guys. One flying in over this way. Look, these are the little things that you pick up on. When we talk about pacing and information, look at one right here. Look at one right here. You see this guy flying in over to my left side? Right there. You see him flying in? So I know that I can immediately push over, and I have one guy straight ahead of me, and then I've got some guys over to my left side that I can keep pushing. Now, unfortunate situation right here. As I go, I get that kill. That's a team wipe. That's fine. When we accidentally wipe a team, this is why you have to intentionally farm teams early when you realize you have a good lobby. Because if you accidentally wipe there, you know, it is what it is. I can't do anything about that, but I intentionally farmed earlier. And I got like, what, 7, 8 kills from that one single team. That allows me to get closer to the 30 bomb. Now, right here, guys, the one thing I will say is we don't end up dying here, but going down and dying is okay. You can probably die once, maybe twice. You know, and I'm not talking about going down. I'm talking about full dying, right? You might be able to get away with it twice depending on your team. That requires your team to be getting kills, to be, you know, basically getting you back super quick, and you've got to be able to regain. Now, thankfully, my teammate's going to revive here. We're able to smoke and get out of it, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to notice this buy station over here. Now, I'm not going to go challenge this team yet, right? I don't have any information. Let's go ahead. Let's push around to the backside right here. Let's grab a Yui and watch the decision that I make here. Still 6 other teams. We need 10 kills at this point. Watch the decision that I make. Instead of pushing over to these guys, I'm going to push all these guys over here. I'm going to go push in the action. Notice how many times throughout this game, the decision has been, I'm going to leave that team, right? The one guy or 2 guys, and instead I'm going to push into the action. Those are the decisions that you have to make if you want to get that 30 kill game. And look, you're going to mess up sometimes. You're going to put yourself in bad spots. You're going to see lobby strength right here, guys. Obviously, like I said, it's about capitalizing on it. I love you guys. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Here's what I'll tell you. A lot of you are not dropping a 30 kill game in this. A lot of you may or may not even drop a 20 kill game. That's the harsh reality. But what we need to start doing is consistently winning our gunfights, right? Consistently understanding how to find people, consistently learning how to stay in the action so that when we do get blessed with a lobby like this, it's about capitalizing on it. Watch me get out of this situation right here. Look at this. This is where, like, even in a lobby that's not as good, guys, when we get put in these bad situations, we can't panic. We just got to remember our execution, right? In a really tough spot right here. So you're going to use our smoke. We're going to plate up right here. We're going to get back into the action. Now, I'm a little bit worried about a team rotating in. Sure enough, I got high alerted right there. We're going to mortar strike. Right, so now we're going to go ahead and work our way up. We're able to get kill number 1 right there. I want you to remember this guy right here. There's a guy right here that I'm worried about. Watch this second guy. This is the guy that I'm concerned about until we get this one. But look at this guy right here. Now, I'm worried about this one until this happens right here. Until this high alert happens. Now I have to trust my high alert. I know that somebody else is looking at me that's not this guy. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to turn around. Get that guy. We got one flying in. Still worried about the guy to my right side, though. Sure enough, he throws a frag. Still worried about that guy. So I'm going to start to break this line of sight right here. We're going to plate up. Now, even though I'm worried about the guy behind me, I can absolutely go re-engage that. But instead, I hear some fighting inside here. I hear some fighting in there, so we're going to go ahead and challenge the messy skin. Let's go challenge. Okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson right here. Guys, this is the greatest thing. If you've made it this far, there's a good chance that you've probably seen my videos before. If not, I always talk about un-ADS, and you're going to hip fire before you re-ADS. It allows you to track enemies much easier. Watch this happen full speed, and then I'm going to play it slow-mo for you. You see how easy I can track this guy because I un-ADS? It's one of the most important tips that I can give you. If I try to stay aim down sight here, I'm never going to be able to track him. Look how I un-ADS, right? Now, by the time I re-ADS back in, he's already down. He can't even get a shot off on me. And then, of course, we hit the throwing knife. Boom. 26 kills. We got 5 other teams. Last thing I will say, guys, here as we're kind of really getting into this end game and we're clutching, I want to just give TCAP a shout out here, guys. If your teammate is on a burner like this, whether it's their PR game, their first 20 bomb, their first 30 bomb, you help them out as much as you possibly can. Do not kill people. You give them live pings unless your teammate says, hey, just clutch the dub with me. At that point, guys, you want to help them as much as you possibly can. Right here, based on circle rotating in, I'm just going to play a little bit of positioning. So I'm just going to wait for these guys. Now, in this moment, TCAP is over on the other side of the map going, hey, you got people here. You got people here. I'm focusing on these, but I also know exactly where to go next. Look at the live ping, get the down and thirst. I noticed the guy inside there. 27 kills. We got 4 other teams. Teammate goes down. So we have, what do we have? 5 other players at this point. So as long as TCAP doesn't kill anybody, we're fine. There's kill number 28. So we have 4 enemies left here. I need 2. And of course, if we can clutch the dub, great. If not, I mean, we'll take the 30, but we do want to clutch. Now, right here, this is a great example. This guy's shooting at TCAP. TCAP is low health, but he's just going to find cover. He's going to let me go keep the pressure on right here. And we're going to go ahead and get this kill. There's kill number 29, right? So we're almost at 30. We know we're getting high alerted over this way. Now look at what TCAP did. TCAP has a team over here. He could have shot them. I mean, he's a 4 KD player as well. He could have absolutely fought these guys. He's just going to smoke, and he's going to start kind of giving me comms as to where these guys are. Now we get a buyback right here, so we're going to challenge. When we talk about in the action, guys, I want you to remember that. I want you to remember this buyback and this down right here. Now, execution. Guys, that's the execution that I'm talking about. That being able to not let that guy get away. There's kill number 30. We got one guy right here. Now, right in this moment, I'm thinking about the revive, right? So I downed one over here. I caught a quick glimpse of that guy parachuting in. So now we're just going to go ahead, keep the pressure on. I hear the revive happening inside. At this point, there's the wipe. There's kill number 32. And as we go ahead and push forward here, guys, we're going to wait for this last guy to pop out of zone. We're just on the edge right here. He's shooting at TCAP. TCAP doesn't shoot back. Lets me get the last kill, and there's a 33 kill game. Guys, if you want to get 33 kills, notice the lobby strength early, right? Notice whether it's a good or a bad lobby early, and we're looking to take advantage of it. You've got to execute. You've got to play fast. You've got to make quick decisions, and you got to push into the action. I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.